Okay, so my dear participants, we have ended all the lecture sessions today, and I believe that all of us have been greatly enriched by the very interesting, profound lectures given by some of the best philosophers of our country, including some very, very well-known, philosophers from abroad. So now it's a time for paper presentation. You already have the schedule with you, so we shall follow that schedule. So is Pintu Das with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Pintu Das, please go ahead, and you can speak for say 10 minutes, and then maybe we can spend another 4 or 5 minutes for question and answers from the fellow participants. Okay, Pintu, please
Oh,
go ahead.
okay. Okay. So, first of all, I am giving namaskar to all of you gathered here. Uh, Today, my title of my
Pintu,
presentation. Yes, sir.
Pintu,
Yes, sir.
can we see you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Actually, there's some problem.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, okay. It would have been better if you could see your
My
face.
actually, the physical immediate surrounding is not so good right now.
That's okay, okay. I mean, whatever is convenient for you.
Okay, okay. Sorry, sir, for opening this video. Okay, the title of my presentation is Sankho concept of time in Sankho philosophy. Sankho, there is no such a strict theory of time in Sankho, as we have found in Naya philosophy or Boshishika philosophy, the rigorous philosophy in absolute view of time. But Sankho philosophy, actually, we can place Sankho in the domain of relativistic account of time. So uh, we have just found the scattered literatures of Sankho philosophy. Actually, there's no such a certain literary works of Sankho is there where the time of concept of time is found consistently. Okay, so Sankho admits 25 categories, as you know, while Yoga adds Ishvara to them. Time is not included in them. Okay. However, Sankho Yoga mentions the notion of moment, past, present, and future, simultaneity, successiveness, which involves the concept of time. The Sankhya Yoga being occupied with the discussion of categories accepted by it does not clarify fully the idea of time. Uh, Actually, this paper is an attempt in discussing the Sankhya concept of time from the various scattered references in the original text of the Sanskrit. In the system of Sankhya, the Juktidipika clarifies the Sankhya view about time. There is no objective existence of time in Sankhya. The idea of time is explained in terms of movement of the causes. The activities serves as the cause of the formation of notion of duration expressed through the movement of sun, day and night, milking the cow, and striking of the clock. Time is the duration involved in activities. The Juktidipika refutes the Vaisheshika view of considering time as an independent entity on the basis of the idea of prior and later. The above view is not applicable to the non-produced objects. The idea of prior and posterior is found in case of profound objects only. If time would have been different from activities, the idea of prior and posterior would be applicable to beginningless and unproduced objects, which would improve the logical absurdity. The Vaisheshika may argue that the notion will be applicable, whatever it is capable to apply, just as the content of fire in its cause of backing in the case of atoms of earth and is not of those of sky, etc. Even though the contact is everywhere. Similarly, the idea of time will be applicable only to non-eternal objects in case of which it is possible, and not to eternal objects as well. This analogy also objects the Jukti Deepika does not alleviate the above objection. Actually, there is a particular reason as to why the contract of fire does not affect the time. The contact which fire is the cause of change of form, etc., which are found in earth atoms, not the sun. There's no such a possibility of such a restriction in the case of applicability of time to the eternal entities like Purusha and Prakriti. The time is effective merely through its contact and is not a cause of change. Therefore, its existence would surely imply its applicability to the eternal objects like Purusha and Prakriti, to basic principles of Sankhya philosophy. This surely involves a logical absurdity. If it is applicable to these eternal basic principles, like Purusha and Prakriti, it would imply the idea of prior and posterior in the eternal objects, which is absurd. And another contrary take, Mathur also states that time is not an independent category because the categories of are actually only the manifest, unmanifest, and Purusha. Time is included in this only. However, he does not discuss the inclusion of time into any of this. Like Aniruddha Bhattacharya, one of the prominent scholars of Sankhya philosophy, he also says that time is included in the Akash. He did not mention, did not place any separate existence of time apart from the two basic principles, Purusha and Prakriti. Gaurapado remarks that time is manifest and that is included in the group of manifest, like the R23 tattvas in Sankhya philosophy is included in that. Since Pradhana or Prakriti is the cause of everything produced, it is the cause of time also. Thus, time is a product of Prakriti. The Jayamangala also rejects the existence of time apart from the categories accepted by Sankhya. It remarks that time is that which is measured in terms of present, past, and future. This refers to the objects, and thus object itself is said to be present, past, and future. So there's no entity like time different from the objects. Bachaspati Mishra explains the Sankhya concept of time through criticizing the Boishishika concept, as you see in the 33 Karikas of the Sankhya Sutra. For the Boishishika, time is one, and its division into past, present, and future is caused by the adventitious conditions or upadhi. The Sankhya, however, argue that these adventitious conditions or upadhi themselves are time, and there's no need of accepting time as a distinct entity. It's no place of superfluous entity as independent or absolute existence. The Sankhya Sutra speaks of time associated with space. The nature of association is explained in two ways. First of all is inclusion, and second is causal relation. The former interpretation is given by Aniruddha Bhattacharya, while the latter are discussed by Vigyan. According to Aniruddha Bhattacharya, the Sankhya Sutra means that the time and space are not enumerated in the categories of Sankhyas because they are included in space itself or Akasha. Through limiting adjuncts, the space itself is called time. The term Adi in the Sutra carries no specific meaning, and the ablative gives the sense of locative. Brahmamuni Parivrajaka explains it more vividly. The space from the standpoint of duration in expression of leaving one form and attaining the other in case of the elements like air is time. So time is not material in nature, but is the notion of depending upon the activity of gross elements, which serves as the limiting agent. Therefore, time is included in space itself. Vigyan Bhikkhu states that time is of two types, eternal and divisible. The former, the eternal forms of time, is the particular qualities of Prakriti and gives rise to the Akasha. This justifies the all-pervasive and eternal nature of time. The Sankhya Sutra also speaks of the divisible time as produced from space through limiting adjuncts. As a matter of fact, space with different limiting adjuncts forms time. Yet, we cannot speak of pure space as forming time because the one possessing limiting objects or adjuncts is different from the pure time. So thus, according to Bigyan Bhikkhu, also production of time is not actual, but is spoken through limiting adjuncts. Upadhyaya. Actually, we have seen in Sankhya philosophy an exceptional figure. Bigyan Bhikkhu was an exceptional figure. It also belongs to the Sankhya philosophy, but speaks about time from the like the Noyai. Like Raghunath Shiromani also is belongs to figure candidate of Naya candidate belongs to the Noyaika school, but he speaks like the Sankhya or Yoga. Raghunath Shiromani speaks about instantaneous moment or khono. Time is momentary. Now, although this candidate is belongs to Noyaika, which speaks about the absolute time. Oh, another exceptional candidate of Bigyan Bhikkhu in Sankhya philosophy, he should speaks about time as production of Prakriti or in Kusa Akasho or it's a Khono. But he speaks about the eternal time as like the Noyaika or Boshi. So here I can conclude here is that according to Sankhya philosophy, there is no such a separate existence or independent existence of time apart from the Prakriti and Purusha. But why and in what way time is included in Akasho, there's no such a satisfactory explanation is found in this scattered literature of Sankhya philosophy. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Pintu. This is a very, very important, nice topic on time that you have presented. So, any question or clarification from our fellow participants? Okay. In that case, let us move on to our second participant. Thank you, Pintu. Thank you very much.
Thanks to all of you.